Welcome to Haaker Equipment Company's training on Elgin Crosswind. Model J3000 and up, including Tier 4. This video is on Crosswind Options. My name is Kerry Alcott. The titles of this series of the Crosswind training are Operating Principles, Component Adjustments, Inside the Cab Controls, Water System, Power Unit and Fan, Operator Maintenance and Washdown, and Options. Elgin offers plenty of options. List of options: auxiliary hydraulic pump, additional water, 140 gallons, 280 gallons, or 360 gallons, auxiliary light packages, broom hour meter, cast aluminum side air blast, center broom, compressed natural gas engines, enhanced water control, front spray bar, full side broom retract, full width magnet, hopper deluge, high pressure washdown, high pressure pump, in-cab control for vacuum enhancer, in-cab hopper dump, life liner hopper liner, memory sweep, PM10 compliant, right or left inspection door, rotating beacon, side broom tilt, stainless steel hopper system, variable speed brooms, and wandering hose. We are only going to talk about a few of these options about operation and any maintenance. The auxiliary hydraulic pump is used to open and raise the hopper to dump. This eliminates the need to start the auxiliary engine and have the fan blow dust when in a dump site. The electric part of this system is the same as a starter motor on a car. This type of motor uses a lot of electricity and does get hot. Like a car, we should not run the motor for a long period of time and allow it to cool off before using it again. In some cases, like a low battery, solenoids are known to stick internally. This happens when the copper disc inside arcs and welds itself to the stud terminals. When this happens, there is no way to turn it off except to disconnect the battery cable. I recommend that a battery kill switch be installed, and a good habit would be to turn off the battery kill every night before leaving for the day. You should listen to the motor on how it sounds, so when it starts to sound like it is laboring and growling, you will know it is time to repair it before it catches on fire. As far as maintenance, it's a visual inspection, looking at the battery connections that are coming from the battery and the cable connections that go from the solenoid to the motor. The connections should be kept clean and tight. This is the auxiliary pump on a CNG unit. Located near the drive pulley of the engine is where you'll find the pump. The connections you want to check are the battery cable going to the solenoid, and the motor cable at the motor and at the solenoid. The ground cable is important to check as well. Broom hour meter. There is an hour meter for keeping track of your broom life. You have an hour meter for the gutter brooms and the center broom. To access the meter, to turn it on or to reset it when you have changed brooms, the M and T buttons will maneuver you through the screens on the tack head LCD. Push and hold the M button until the display changes, then let off the M button and press again to scroll down the list until you get to broom service. At this time, you will press both the M and the T buttons. When you enter, you will see right broom, left broom, center broom. Use the M button to scroll down to the broom you want. When in the broom screen, toggle to turn on or to reset. Cast aluminum side air blast. The air blast nozzle is mounted on the left side, where the left gutter broom would be. This option is used to blow debris off to the left side. Applications would be airports, on taxiways and runways, to blow debris off the side rather than picking up the debris, such as dirt and rock. Large parking lots where light debris, like paper and cups, can be blown into a windrow and cover a larger area in one pass. Raceways where oil absorbent or grass is on the racing surface. The air that we normally use down to the pressure slot is redirected to the side air blast nozzle. There is an electric actuator that moves a door inside the lower fan housing to redirect the air. The nozzle can be raised and lowered by means of an air cylinder on a pivoting arm. The nozzle can be adjusted and is held on with a quick clamp. When operating, it is best to lower the engine RPMs before switching the actuator to move the door. Center broom. The center broom is mounted in the pickup head. The hydraulic motor that drives the broom is mounted on the left side. Applications for this broom are debris that are stuck onto the ground, like heavy dried mud or rock lightly stuck in the oil from a chip seal project. The broom is a small diameter, and the pattern on the ground is only 1 to 2 inches wide. This broom is not to be run all the time, only in the applications mentioned. The broom has to be able to get debris under the pressure slot that is only 2 inches off the ground, or to break it loose and do a second pass. The broom is covered by removable covers. When putting these covers back on, make sure the hold-down tabs are in the slots of the cover. The air regulator to adjust the broom pattern is mounted on the fan housing. This adjustment is the same as your gutter broom pressure adjustment. Start with the broom off the ground, then exhaust till the broom just drops. Make a pattern mark on the ground, then move the sweeper forward and measure the mark. No more than 2 inches. To remove the broom, take the 2 bolts out of the pillow block bearing on the right side and slide the broom out from underneath the head. The motor side has a hex knuckle the broom core slides onto. Front spray bar. The front bumper spray bar for the water dust control is not part of PM10 compliancy. The old sweepers ran front bars only. What we have learned is a front spray bar, when it puts water on the ground at the front of the sweeper, the dirt on the ground absorbs the water and turns to mud. By the time the pickup head or a broom on some other sweepers hits that spot, we have smeared the mud and left a brown trail every place we've swept. That's PM10. My advice is to not use the front bar unless the dirt is so heavy it is necessary to control dust. And that way we're not sticking the dirt to the ground. Full width magnet. Applications are ship container yards, trucking fleet yards, and large flat high traffic industrial yards. The magnet is electrically raised and lowered by an actuator. The clearance is close to the ground, so when in use, be cautious of dips and speed bumps. The lever on the side will swing the permanent magnet away from the bottom of the box it is in to drop the stuck-on material. High-pressure washdown system. Hydraulic-driven triplex pump is for washing down the sweeper or high-pressure cleaning. The relief valve is factory set and should not need adjusting. A pressure switch protects the pump from running dry. Oil level sight glass is on the back cover of the pump. Oil fill is on the top of the pump. 30-weight non-detergent oil is fine. The relief valve is set for 1,200 pounds. This should not be changed. If you experience the pump stopping when pulling the trigger on the handgun, it is because the pressure is under the pressure the switch is set at. You will need to increase the engine RPMs to increase the hydraulic flow to turn the pump faster. Run the auxiliary engine around 1800 RPMs to keep the pump engaged. This quarter-turn ball valve is a cold winter drain. You can use it to bleed air from the pump. To start the pump, have the auxiliary engine running and bring the RPMs up to 1500 or more as needed. Push the switch to prime position and hold for the pump to come to pressure. Then release the switch and the pump should stay running. Turn the switch to the off position when finished. The ball valve under the switch is to relieve the pressure trapped in the handgun and the hose so you can disconnect safely. This ball valve is another cold winter drain. In-cab dump. If you don't have this option, the standard are outside manual hydraulic valves with levers. For the in-cab dump, we use an electric over hydraulic solenoid valves. There are controls outside and inside on the console. To operate from either position, the parking brake needs to be set. Transmission in neutral. Sweep mode switch in sweep. Auxiliary pump on. Then push the hopper door. Then hopper. When opening the hopper door must be opened before the hopper will raise. Wandering hose. The wandering hose option is for cleaning catch basins. The blanking plate. The purpose of the blanking plate is to stop the airflow up the suction hose to increase the airflow at the wandering hose. This plate goes at the top of the suction hose. Warning: do not place the plate at the quick connect, for the reason that debris will fill up the suction hose. You will be taking a bath trying to remove the plate. On the right side of the rear bumper is an electrical switch to turn on the wandering hose power and throttle control. On the earlier Tier 2 engines with the 15-position throttle switch, the switch had to be one click off of idle for the throttle to work on the wandering hose. A hydraulic lift arm supports the weight of the hose, while a manual movement of left and right swing for positioning the hose. A support arm saddle holds the arm for transport position. Attached to the arm is a chain that holds a leather strap around the hose. This strap can walk down the hose when the hopper door is open. When closing the door, the hose is pulled harder against the mount and will damage the mount. To keep the leather strap in place and not slide down the hose, use plastic zip ties around the leather strap and the hose. The controls on the end of the hose are for the support arm up and down movement, and throttle control for the auxiliary engine RPMs. There is water supply to control dust through the sweeper with a quarter-turn ball valve. Mounted on the rear door are the extension tubes. The tube with the serrated end is the tube that goes in the catch basin, and the others are extensions for deeper depths. When cleaning a catch basin, do not submerge the serrated end under water, for water will only lift a few feet. Keeping the serrated end at the surface of the water and allow air to enter with the water will convey the water to the hopper. Keep your engine RPMs to just what you need to lift the water, so carryover does not occur. I have put together a few tech tips for crosswinds that might be of interest to you. You can call and ask for these tech tips to be sent to you, or the next time you come by to visit us, you can find the binder on our parts counter with the tech tips inside. Please allow Haaker Equipment Company to be a service for you. Front curtain lift for leaf season. PM10 water pump rebuild. Fan care. Fan bearing care.